Back to the NFL today. Right now, the Raiders and the Titans are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's send you out live to Nashville with our announcers, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson.
JB, beautiful blue skies reign over the Music City. Raiders, Titans, kickoff weekend coming up here on CBS. Two fun young guns at quarterback to watch today. Derek Carr on one side, Marcus Mariota on the other. And hello, friends. Jim Nantz here in the booth. Tracy Wolfson's on the sidelines. And these two sidelines have a lot of excitement about this season, and we do too, because we welcome to our family, number 9, the legendary Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Tony Romo. He retires from football in the spring and goes from the field to the booth. And let me be one of the first to officially welcome you to CBS. Tony Romo, welcome.
It's an honor to be here. And you know, when I left the football field in April, I was looking forward to this day right here. I got butterflies right now today, and it's an exciting day. It's a great honor to work with you, Jim Nantz, and be a part of the CBS crew, so thank you.
It's great to be with you, too. And you're going to debut by seeing two of the best young stars of the game at quarterback. We met with Derek Carr yesterday. What did you think?
Well, when a guy walks in the room at the quarterback position, I want to see that it factor. That thing that grabs you that says, ooh, I'm going to follow this guy. Well, he has it. He has those intangibles. Last year, MVP type season, don't expect that to change. He is the real deal.
On the other side, Marcus Mariota. Now, this is going to be his third season coming up after big numbers last year before the broken leg.
Yes, he's gotten the same progression as Derek Carr so far. First season, rookie, kind of rough here and there. Second season, you see that explosive kind of just trajectory they go. Third season, now you want him to take off. Carr did it last year. If he does the same thing, you're looking at two mainstays in the AFC for the next decade.
We might be spending a lot of time in Nashville in the years ahead, partner.
Hey, I'm completely fine with that. I love Nash Vegas.
I'm with you on that. And now, let's do Project Smarter, presented by Home Depot. Tell me about Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack, the one guy you got to account for on every play in this Raiders defense. Led the NFL in sacks over the last 2 seasons. If you don't have a game plan for him, he will wreck the game.
Delaney Walker on the other side today. What do you think?
One of the most underrated tight ends in the National Football League. And you know what? He's going to get the ball today because his head coach used to play tight end.
There you go. Let's get Tony's takes on the game, beginning with the Raiders.
They got to start fast. Bill Musgrave out, Todd Downing in as offensive coordinator for the Raiders. They didn't get off to a good enough start in the games last year. They're looking for that as a point of emphasis.
Titans
offense needs to dominate on third down. If you're going to pound the ball at you over and over and over again, the only way to do it and stay committed is to convert on third down.
And again, Tony, the weather is perfect.
As a quarterback, you love this kind of weather. You could throw it all over the place.
It might reach 80. There's low humidity. Ideal conditions here in Nashville. Our kickoff is coming up, but after the break, we'll take you to Houston for a tribute to those affected by Hurricane Harvey after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back.
It is Oakland and Tennessee about to meet here in Nashville under sunny skies, and today's game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. All right, Tony, we've been practicing since May. We've been all over the place, and now it's time for real.
I'm excited to be here. Told you earlier, I got butterflies. It's opening day. You're doing good. You're going to be great this year.
It's going to be just fine. Okay. Thank you. I need that reassurance. It's great to have you. Jack Del Rio and the Raiders, they're not unaccustomed to coming here to Nashville. This is the 3rd consecutive year that they have landed here in Tennessee, and they've won the last 2 seasons, including a nail-biter last year, 17-10. Oakland has won the toss and will receive as Mike Mularkey mans that sideline for the Titans, trying to take this Tennessee franchise back to the playoffs. They've been out of the playoffs the last 8 seasons. Again, Oakland's won the last 2, and they won by Tennessee happened at Oakland, so the road team victorious in the last 3 meetings. Marshawn Lynch ready to bring the beast mode to the Bay Area as they open up on the road, but he's a hometown kid from Oakland. Derek Carr ready to get started, bouncing up and down, ready for season number 4, coming off sensational numbers of a year ago that had him in the discussion for MVP. Ryan Suckup puts it on the tee. The Raiders went out and got Cordero Patterson. He was first-team All-Pro as far as a kick returner last year, as he led the NFL for a record 3rd time in kickoff return average. Signed him away from the Minnesota Vikings. They love their speed in Oakland. See if he gets a chance. Oh, they come on with an onside kick. Oh. And it's recovered by Luani right away at midfield by the Raiders. What a way to open the season at home, attempting the high-risk onside kick.
I can't believe that just happened. I've been here 14 years and I've never seen this opening day.
Is amazing.
I tell you what, Malarkey, he's ready to go, wasn't he? That's pretty heads-up play. That's a hard thing to do right there. When you come out, I mean, that's a great job by Luani being ready.
Well, they kicked it by design right at him. The rookie being tested out of Washington State, and he handled it just fine. So right at midfield, the Raiders start with Carr dropping back and hitting Cooper. Amari with a gain of 6, maybe 7.
Well, you're looking at Derek Carr coming off that MVP season, and he's got a plethora of weapons around him. You're adding Marshawn Lynch. You're going to see a great season out of him again this year. He's really good in all facets on tape.
Yep, once he went out with that broken leg in week 16 and had to miss week 17, and of course the wild card playoff game down in Houston, things just fell apart for the Raiders. They actually had Connor Cook starting in the playoff game down in Houston. The Texans won that game with ease.
Look at this matchup. That's the rookie, Adoree Jackson on Cooper.
Yeah, Jackson's going to be tested. You know that today. And 2nd and 4, they go to Lynch. His first official carry. It's a good one. And Marshawn Lynch able to rumble all the way down to the 30. A gain of 14.
That was one thing we wanted to see. Did he have the juice? Did he have the ability to come back and be Marshawn Lynch? Being away from the league for a year, that's a long time. Look at, I mean, he's in great shape. He's ran hard in the preseason. If they got a real Marshawn Lynch, it's going to be an interesting year trying to stop these guys.
Out of football all of last year, played only 7 games this season. Before that, they're going to split him out wide and go empty. As Lynch faces the quarterback, and Carr goes to another option, and he connects. That is Jared Cook. They went out and signed him as well in the offseason, and then yet another weapon at tight end.
Oh, Jared Cook was a great find. They talked about his vertical threat, his ability. You're going to see a route where Cooper takes right to the middle, takes 2 guys, Cook up the sideline.
Picks up 22.
I mean, these are just throw catch. I mean, to get 15 yards and have no one around you is hard to do in the NFL. Great design by Todd Downing, the new coordinator.
Todd Downing, first game as a coordinator, taking over for Bill Musgrave. Malarkey's team on its heels right away. Lynch comes out of the game for the Raiders. They go 5 wide. 1st and goal at the 8. Carr. Again, it's Cooper twisted down. No, he's not down yet. Moves the pile, looking and fighting for the goal line. I tell you, it's close, and it's ruled a touchdown from the far side. What an effort by Amari Cooper. He put on weight in the offseason. Carr was concerned about that weight. He said, hey, it's muscle. I've been working out. He got stronger. Yeah, and he showed it here.
You ain't kidding. He's got the rookie. We talked about Jackson. You got to make that tackle. You got him right there. Get him down. Cooper's strength, you're right. And then watch at the end. Gabe Jackson and Assembly come in and push him. Wow. This is going to be close. Let's see if he got in here. Tough to tell from that angle.
Well, they're going to go back and look, too. Remember, one point, the ball was pinned against the ground. So waiting.
I think we're going to want to see if his right elbow touches the ground right there. Nope. Ball.
The ball being pinned against the ground does not rule him down. That does.
Nope, it doesn't. Now the thing, though, is did they blow the whistle? Like right here, did someone blow the whistle? He looks.
Looks like it's still a live play. You don't see a forearm. You don't see. They're actually just looking to see if he did cross the plane. I think they're convinced that he never was down.
No, he's not down. That's gonna.
Jerome Boger is the referee.
And they're doing this different this year, Jim. They're not going under the hood. They're talking to New York, and New York's making the decision on these calls.
That is not what you expected Cooper to be able to do, to take that many players with him into the end zone.
No, but I know that they like that matchup. I mean, Adoree Jackson coming out of USC, you know, he's also going to be the returner. He wasn't really supposed to start today. They thought they'd have a little time getting him back, but he's thrust in, and you know, going head to head with Amari Cooper on your first day.
Yeah, having to play because LaShawn Sims is out with a groin injury.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL. Here's Amari Cooper.
Here's Jerome Boger.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
Amari Cooper did not have a red zone touchdown all last year.
Which is amazing. But that's one big area, you know, that they wanted to get better at. They think that Jared Cook's going to help them as well. But, you know, if Cooper becomes a red zone threat, I don't know how you stop this offense.
By the way, new kicker. Janikowski put on IR yesterday with a back injury, and here is Giorgio Tavecchio. Left-footed also, and his first attempt. The PAT is good. So the onside kick backfires, gives the Raiders just 50 yards to take it the distance, and they do. There's Amari Cooper, who was a deep threat, and now shows you he's got more to work with this year. Derek Carr said there is still room to grow for you to get a gold jacket one day. And he's just 23 years old. Boy, was that some play with power. And here again is Giorgio Tavecchio, born in Milan, Italy, but raised in Morocco, California, and then went to Cal. He's been waiting for this chance for about 4 years, and it bounces right off the crossbar, and it's a touchback. With 4 plays to get to the end zone, that's all it was, Tony.
You see, they motion out Marshawn Lynch, and they're going to run basically a wheel concept, an old run and shoot. He takes 2 guys, Cooper, right up the field when he goes right to the middle, and all of a sudden right at the sideline. Cook for 20 yards right out of the gate.
And what about that decision now for Tennessee to try the onside kick to open the season?
Well, if it works, he's really smart. If it doesn't, we're going to talk about it on Monday.
Yep. Down a quick 7, and here comes Marcus Mariota. Play action on his first snap. In traffic, flings it, and incomplete at the feet of Matthews. Justin Ellis was in the area of Mariota when he released it. They were near the quarterback. And again, this is season number 3 for the former Heisman Trophy winner. 19-10 the first year, and then last year 26 touches, 9 picks. Good numbers.
Very good numbers, and you see the progression continuing to grow each year. If he continues on that progression, he's going to have a chance to be just like Derek Carr this year, but we'll see how it plays out today.
2nd and 10. Pass tipped away. It was tipped away by Bruce Irvin. Got a hand on it. 3rd and 10 coming up. So this Titans offensive line, one of the best in the league. Conklin made first-team All-Pro as a rookie. Only the 2nd rookie offensive lineman since the 1970 merger to do that. The other being Zach Martin of the Cowboys. And there's, speaking of Cowboys, the former running back behind you, DeMarco Murray, coming off a nearly 1,300-yard season. They got Henry in the game as well on 3rd down. Mariota with time and an open man, and it's caught this time. Matthews took a shot to the back, but he held on for 19.
You're going to see an 8-man protection with a chip by the tight end, 2 backs in the backfield. Matthews gets up, finds the hole. Mariota with a strike. Their only target coming from last season. Look at this. Boom. That's a big boy, big target out there. When you have that ability, you could throw it in there.
Matthews very underrated. Look at Luan trying to hold off Irvin and doing so. First down for the Titans out at the 44-yard line. And it's Murray. with his first handle. And he's able to glide up to the 49 before he is wrapped up by Ellis. This Raiders defense under the command of Ken Norton Jr. Plus they brought John Pagano over, the former coordinator of defense for the Chargers. Vanderdosa rookie starts. Mack, of course, in just his third year, the defensive player of the year in the league. They do start a rookie at middle linebacker out of Wake Forest, Markel Lee. And Smith and Carey will be rotating today at one corner spot. 2nd and 5. It's Murray again. He gets a running start and finds the necessary yardage to move the chains again on the Oakland side of the field.
Marco Murray's great at the one cut. He gets you moving, gets the safety running outside, and cuts right back up. He has that ability to always get you 4 or 5, even when there's not a lot there.
Second season for Murray at Tennessee after the Philadelphia experiment did not work out. Playing in Chip Kelly's offense, it wasn't the same guy. 1st and 10. Here's Murray looking for a hole. He does a good job to manage 2 out of that.
Yeah, he's very shifty. You talked about Chip Kelly. That's not the offense that fits DeMarco Murray. He is a downhill runner. He can run laterally east and west, but he's really good when you get him downhill. This system fits him perfectly. I mean, honestly, every system he's ever been in fits him. The only time he wasn't really good was when he played on this shotgun side-to-sideline type of run game.
Just back in 2014 with the Cowboys, he was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year when he ran for over 1,800 yards. And there he is, split out wide to the top of the screen. We got
two running backs in. Henry's in as well.
Henry on the left side, wide. 2nd and 8, incomplete. Across the middle, they were trying to hit Decker. Corey James there defending.
You know, that's something they want to do is they, you know, get DeMarco Murray involved, get him out in the pass game, and you see 2014 led the NFL in rushing. 2015, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, what happened? And then he's back to being his normal self. This guy can do it all. You love him. He's a great worker. He's great on 3rd down everywhere.
They bring in for the first time their 1st round pick at wideout, the 5th overall selection, number 84, Corey Davis. His first snap. He's lined up wide to the right. Here on 3rd and 8 as Mariota fires it, and it is caught by Matthews. What a grab. His 2nd big catch on 3rd down on this drive.
You're just going to see man-to-man right here, and Mariota just fires it to the sideline. What a good throw and great extension to go get the play, and then you get it by a foot. That's a big thing that you need out of your receivers, the ability to get to the 1st down and go. And Mack, they're going to have a way to hit him with a few guys today. And Murray, I loved when I saw that on Mondays. He'd hit that extra guy.
So another set of downs at the 35. Mariota with 2 completions on this drive, both of them coming on 3rd down to Matthews. Back to the ground. And back to Murray for 1 that time. So they'll try to overpower you. That's kind of the Malarkey style, if you will. Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher disciple.
Yeah, he really wants to run the football, and we talked about it in the opening. The only way to consistently stay committed to the run, you know, 1st down, 2nd down, is to keep converting these 3rd downs. You don't love it as a coordinator when you go out there, you run it twice, throw it, incomplete, let's punt. Do it again, punt. You're not going to run it again on the 3rd drive. This is a good start for Tennessee with the way they want to play this game.
Decker wide to the right. 10th play of this 1st series of the season for Tennessee. 2nd and 9, Carey, and it is stuffed right at the line by Mario Edwards Jr. Murray nowhere to go. He actually was able to get 2 out of it.
They're expecting great things out of Mario Edwards Jr. He has a lot of talent. Everyone tells us he didn't play much last year. He was hurt, but they think with him and Mack, they got a chance to have 2 of the, you know, the best edge kind of team in the league.
He was a 2nd round pick out of Florida State back in 2015. And yes, he missed most of the season, came back late in the year. His car stays in the shade, up 7. Hoping his defense can make a stop. There have been 2 long conversions on 3rd down on this drive by the Titans. They'll try to do it again. 3rd and 7. Mariota down the field, and that is Davis, the rookie, hauls it in, out battling Emerson for the catch.
He's one-on-one on the sideline, and welcome to the NFL here as well, Corey Davis. They love this kid. He's big, he's strong. He goes up against the ball. Let's see that again as the ball's up. He high points it really well. Good timing, concentration. I got to see that one again. That's pretty close. And, oh yeah, he's in, Jim.
He's got some size. He did not play a snap in the preseason because of a hamstring. And he's made his presence felt on this first drive as he keeps the drive going. Mariota keeps it, and he's going in untouched. Delaney Walker locked down that side.
That was a fantastic block. And Mariota, he's so good in the red zone. The ability to have your quarterback run, and look at Walker here. Ah, boom. Sorry, son, get down. Here it is again. Get there. When your tight end who's 33 years old is getting down like that, he knew what he did. He knows that's coming up in the film room and everyone's going to see it tomorrow.
He was just as happy as if he had caught a touchdown as he laid that block on Reggie Nelson. And now Suckup's extra point ties it. So each team, first possession touchdowns. One a touchdown pass card to Cooper. This one a run by Mariota.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. AT&T. And by the all-new Type R, the most powerful Civic ever from Honda.
Mariota with 3 completions on third down. The first 2 to Matthews, the next one to the rookie Davis. I'll give you 1,000 to 1 on another onside kick here. Not this time. So Suckup delivers the touchback. Then, by the way, the last team to open the season with an attempted onside kick, the Eagles in 2000, they opened their season with one and they were successful.
That was the last team to do it?
2000. There'll probably be another.
Andy Reid.
Yep.
I tell you, Andy Reid's sneaky. He knows how to get you on those things. Here's the last touchdown. Delaney Walker's incredible block. They're just going to fake it down the middle with DeMarco, and you get an extra blocker right there in the run game when your quarterback's able to run. Mariota super dangerous in the red zone.
From the 25 with Lynch, the running back. Got 1 carry that first series for 14. Gets a handle here, and he is smashed after a gain of 3. Wesley Woodyard, one of those to get there. The Raiders offensive line, that's another strong offensive line. Penn, who held out much of camp, but came in shape. Osemele, Hudson, Jackson. Newhouse will rotate with Alexander at right tackle. And again, Lynch, after the year off, wanted to play for his hometown team in Oakland. 2nd and 7.
They're not shy. They're going empty a lot to start this game. They want to test these young corners, these new guys.
Go, go, go. 2nd and 7. Sideline route, and Cooper tried to climb a ladder. Dick LeBeau, his defense, he turned 80 yesterday, the Hall of Famer. He's got very underrated down lineman in Casey, along with Williams, former first-round pick with the Broncos, who came over as a free agent. Arakpo led them in sacks last year. Arakpo and Morgan could put pressure on the quarterback. And again, Adoree Jackson, the rookie out of USC, starts. They also went out and got Cyprian at safety. Logan Ryan from the Patriots, and Byard in his 2nd year at safety. It's a good improved back end for the Titans on defense. 3rd and 7. Cooper's pass. It is caught by Cook. His 2nd catch. Goes for 12.
I mean, they're going to put the tight end outside. They didn't have this ability to do this consistently last year. You got the rookie Brown out there, and Cook just one-on-one. It's just throw catch. It's pretty good defense there. But to have that matchup and have a guy that you feel comfortable enough just to put out there is almost as if he's a wide receiver. Boy, I mean, Carr knows where to go before the snap. He's got the middle linebacker on him.
Carr just marveled at his speed. Said, I just don't get how these teams let these guys leave their building.
Down!
Chris Cook started his career here in Tennessee, then went to the Rams and Packers. This is his fourth team. Here's end around to Patterson. Trying to unleash that speed, but they've got that side covered. The Titans defense is there to hold Patterson to a short game. Maybe 5, though.
You're going to see a reverse right here, and Logan Ryan's going to come off the edge. He's trailing the play, and he's got to make the play right there. He gets up. Without him, that would have gone up the sideline for about 15 yards. That's a big pickup for them, Logan Ryan. This Titan team was not very good last year in the secondary. They made a concerted effort to get a few guys. Jonathan Cyprien, Logan Ryan. They think they've improved.
They were 30th last year against the pass. Carr took advantage of them on the first drive.
He's changing the play right here.
Got a 2nd and 5 and 3 on the play clock. And he's got an open man. It's Crabtree, and a flag is out as he steps out of bounds at the Tennessee 43.
It looks like offensive pass interference.
Crabtree pushed off.
Yeah, those 5-yard routes when you go up 5 and push and go down the line.
Offense, number 15. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
They call this an under route. You go up 5 yards. It's kind of a little bit later slant. And you're going to go up, and sometimes guys push right there. That's a
Boy, that wasn't much of a push.
that's not an offensive pass interference, but they called it.
And it takes away a gain that would have given them a new set of downs in Tennessee territory. Instead, back at the 36. And a 2nd and 15. And no one in the area as Cooper looks around. Maybe a little miscommunication for these two who know each other so well.
Well, that's a cover 2, and there's an adjustment there. So these two guys know, but the receiver has adjustments, and they just have to read the coverage the right way. And obviously, one of them didn't read it the right way.
Crowd on its feet, urging on the defense here on a 3rd and 15. Everybody, only one down lineman in a stance here as the Titans rush 4. Carr's pass lobbed to Crabtree, and there's another flag. This one's going to go the other way. Adoree Jackson was the defender.
They're picking on the rookie, Jim. You see it over and over. They've already thrown at him at least 3 times in this game.
Jackson shaken up. That was on a 3rd and 15.
Pass interference. Defense, number 25. Spot of the foul, automatic. 1st down.
22-yard penalty. New set of downs for the Raiders.
So you see it's man-to-man. What you teach as a DB coach right here is you want to get yourself into a position to, A, make a play on the ball. You keep your hand low. His hand's high. It's up into his chest there. He's holding them. You can see it right there. He's pulling on the jersey. And I understand you want to be in a position to make a play on the ball, but you got to get your hand low.
No! Wednesday.
Ball spotted at the Titans 40.
Wednesday, hot! Hot!
And they'll go up the middle with Lynch for about 3. Be interesting to see how Adoree Jackson's able to hang in there. We asked Mike Mularkey about the rookie getting the start against this high-octane offense with 2 great receivers, and he said it's going to be really good for him.
All these coaches, they go, hey, they got to play at some point. Why not today? And they know these guys with just the injuries that happen in the NFL. Your young guys are going to play. They say, let's go, keep rolling on, put the next guy up.
2nd and 7. And Carr works the middle to Crabtree. 1st down, breaking a tackle, and a 2nd one inside the 20 and down to the 12, maybe the 11. First broke away from Cyprien. There is a flag back near the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is just a broken play. I mean, Crabtree's uncovered. They blitz 2 linebackers, and none of the safeties are taking them. We're going to see what the flag is on the play, but
A flag thrown back at the 40-yard line.
it looks like they're talking about it being on Oakland. I see Donald Penn jumping up and down. Not very happy with what they're saying. They're probably deciding whether to pick it up or not.
Could it be perhaps a formation issue here?
Well, this is taking a long time for a play that, you know, probably ends up being when someone did something wrong in it.
There is no foul for the illegal formation.
Yeah.
The player was 86, not 66. First.
So the ball is, in fact, now at the 12, and it's a 25-yard broken play game to Crabtree.
Yeah, that was an interesting long call. I mean, basically they're saying that they didn't have enough guys in the line of scrimmage. You have to have 7 guys in the line of scrimmage, and the side judge thought that they didn't have a guy on the line that side because it was just the tackle. Guess he didn't know that guy's a wide receiver.
They've got Patterson back in, Cordero on the left side. He's seeing some action here.
Monday, down.
Cooper to the right, Lynch, the running back on first down. And that's Lynch for about 5 more.
We talked about the start, Oakland getting off to a fast start. They weren't great at that last year. They were really good at coming back, really good at getting themselves into position to win the game late. But boy, they looked great getting off to a really good start today.
They had 7 games they won after trailing at some point in the fourth quarter.
That's a lot. And they were 9-2 in games decided in 1-score games. So you know they're good if the game is close late.
2nd and 5. It's Patterson flanking Carr. And they swing it over to him. Cordero was decked after a gain of about 2 as Ty Smith held on, and Arakpo was over there as well. So the 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 3 from the 5.
This would be good right here. You know, they're going to throw the football here. This is the play you design all week on Thursday with your coordinator, you and the quarterback, and they got their plan. They're ready to go right here.
Lynch returns.
Well, we got a free safety blitz off the edge. He changed the play.
The give is to Lynch, up the middle, and push back short by a yard. Now what do you do?
Well,
4th and 1.
If you're running the ball on 3rd and 3, that's telling me you're going for it on 4th down. That's the only reason you would run that right there.
Titans already bring in Daquan Jones on that defensive line for reinforcement, anticipating the Raiders are doing just this. They're going for it. So
Del Rio would tell Todd Downing, the coordinator, on 3rd down, he goes, listen, you got 2 plays here unless you lose yards or something happens. That allows the coordinator to feel comfortable running it.
timeout called by Oakland.
I mean, I feel like this is who Jack Del Rio is, though, isn't it? I mean, last year in week 1, didn't he go for 2 to win the game against New Orleans?
Down in New Orleans, it was a throw in the final minute for 2 to Crabtree that really set the pace for all of these close wins during the season. Yeah, he became a riverboat gambler last year.
Yeah, I mean, no one does that. This isn't college football. I mean, in the NFL, I mean, part of it is job security. There's a lot of reasons that, I mean, for you to do that and tell your team, I got confidence in you. I mean, I love that. Your team loves that. Now, if you don't get it, no one loves it.
Now you have this interesting matchup. You got Todd Downing, 2 years the quarterback coach. First game as a coordinator, matched up against the D coordinator who has 460 career games as a head coach or coordinator. There's Todd Downing.
I tell you, this is going to be interesting, this play call right here.
It's Lynch. They got him by the ankles for a moment. He fights for it.
Are you kidding me? That should have been stopped. That's all Marshawn Lynch. I think he got the first down. It's going to be close, but you have a guy in the backfield with a clean shot on him, and he makes a miss. That's why you go bring back Marshawn Lynch right there.
It was Cyprien who missed him, who had him. And Woodyard was the second to get to him, but it was too late. They're going to measure, but I think he's got it.
I think so, too. And Cyprien's a great tackler. It's just Marshawn Lynch is really, I mean, he's still Marshawn Lynch. If you can do that, That's not a big loss of a step.
Cyprian led all safeties and tackles last year in the league. And it is a first down.
I could tell you right now, 4th and 1, they go for it, get the first down. You know who could have used that? Was New England the other night. You see that? They didn't get 2 or 3 of those, and it cost them the game, really, in a lot of ways. Those plays are huge.
They struggled in short yardage.
Yeah,
they got stopped twice on 4th and 1.
And people are going to talk about why this, why that. Listen, if you get those short yardage, you get points. You get the drive continues. I mean, that's a player being better than just the other guys.
So now the 12th play of this drive. 1st and goal.
Take a look right here, Jim. If he comes downhill, they're going to throw this fade down at the bottom. If not, see if he does it.
That's Cyprian stepping up. In the pass, you had it, Tony, and it was off the hands of Cooper. They were looking that way. It wasn't the fade, but Cooper ran a different route. But that's what Carr read, just like you did.
Yeah, you're reading him. You're running a fade or a slant. Even with inside leverage. Now, you got to stay inside of Dory Jackson. He lets him get inside of him, even though he had inside leverage. That's a no-no right there. Ooh, Cooper's going to wish he had this one back. Ball gets up on you quick because it's pretty close to you. It's a 1-step slant. Normally, they're 3 steps.
Seth Roberts in a slot to the left. He's had 3 touchdowns against Tennessee over the last 2 years. Number 10. 2nd and goal. Here's the pass. Carr is knocked down. That time Jackson made the play. The rookie hung in there and knocked it out.
You're going to see the one-on-one matchup right here, and they're going at this rookie a lot. Cooper, get your hands up. The ball just on that right shoulder. If it's on his left shoulder right here, it's an easy throw catch. When it's on the right, it allows Adoree to keep his hand in there and just make it hard and rip it out. Good job by the rookie, Adoree Jackson there. He needed something to go his way.
3rd and goal. 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Out of the gun, Carr looking for options. Across the middle, and it's off the hands of Cooper. It had been deflected. 3 straight attempts to get it to Cooper, and the quarter ends 7-7 in Nashville. We'll open the 2nd quarter with a 20-yard field goal try from Giorgio Tavecchio. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson here in Nashville. There is Sebastian Janikowski, put on injured reserve. He could return later this season. Back ailment. They had to sit him down yesterday. This is the first field goal attempt by a Raider other than Janikowski since Brad Dalwiso in 2001, and the kick from 20 is good. So what could have been, though, on this drive that was 7 minutes long? They had 7 snaps inside the Tennessee 15.
You know how close the NFL is, Jim? That close right there. That's the difference between a touchdown or not.
We're into the 2nd quarter and coming off a 15-play drive for the Raiders that amounted to only 3. This is going to be only the 2nd time the Titans had the football. They had it once in that opening quarter and drove it for about 6 minutes down the field for a touchdown. And that's a touchback to Adoree Jackson, and great pleasure to welcome in our teammate, Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. You mentioned Giorgio Tavecchio in place of Sebastian Janikowski. In 6 NFL seasons, he hasn't had a chance to kick in a regular NFL game, and here he is out here. I spoke to him right before the game, and he said he had some butterflies, but he's going to embrace the moment. Special teams coach Brad Seeley told me the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why they went with Tavecchio is because he is a lefty kicker. They didn't have to worry about the holders switching sides. Jim?
Very interesting point right there.
You wouldn't believe how much goes into having a left-footed kicker.
There is Murray for a carry of only 1. We've got our first update of the season. We welcome in JP and Boomer.
Boomer, Mike QB carousel, stop here.
Well, I don't know. You got Tyrod Taylor throwing it to Charles Clay, 1 yard. Tyrod 8 of 13, 90 yards at a TD. How about this, Tony Romo? The Jets, 16 total yards on offense thus far in this game.
Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson.
All right, thank you, guys. I don't think that's a huge shock, but
I think they need Bruno Esiason back is what they need.
that would do it. 2nd and 9. Here's Henry. His first carry He never did get him down, but he steps out after a rush of about 4.
And I asked Coach Malarkey about, how do you determine who gets the snaps? How do you determine who gets the ball in the running game? And he said DeMarco's our guy, and you kind of feel it though. Like if all of a sudden Henry gets out there and he runs off 2 or 3 plays, you keep him in there and let him ride. So it's kind of the hot hand unless, Murray's going.
Second season for Henry, the 2015 Heisman winner. They got both the 14 and 15 Heisman winners on this roster, and Mariota and Henry. 3 for 3 on 3rd down the first drive. Here they go again, and it's the rookie with the catch and trying to fight for that yardage and denied, a couple of yards short. Irvin and many others in on that. Joseph, look at Ken Norton Jr. applauding his defense with intensity.
Mariota takes a little bit of a hit here, and you feel those. Those matter. I mean, as the day goes on, you start to remember those. And the guy who does it, Vanderdos, they love him. He's young. He's had a great camp. He was great in the preseason. He's showing up today as well.
Yep, the rookie got the start out of UCLA, drafted in the 3rd round. Kern to punt. Jalen Richard is back. Grabs it at the 15, and it goes out of bounds. Never did get the clean hold of it. Good punt. 52 yards by Kern. So now the Raiders come out for their 3rd drive. They've gone touchdown and field goal so far. Lynch is not going to be coming out for the first snap of this. And by the way, he did sit on the bench during the playing of the national anthem here, something that he shared this summer that he had been doing for several years up in Seattle, but no one had ever noticed. 1st and 10. It's the carry by Washington. And that's good for only 1. And this is what we spoke of a moment ago during the anthem.
Got to get that mouth guard right.
What he did his last years from 11 through 14 in Seattle.
He was fantastic there. I mean, they really relied on him.
That's Cooper. Out to the 28 and 1st down.
Cooper, he's so good. He can play the slot. And this is just a hot route. He just turns around, he throws it for 3 yards, and Cooper's so good. He makes the safety. Cyprian again missing 10 yards.
So Cooper with his 3rd catch. They've been going in his direction so many times.
No! Ready? What's up?
And it's Washington, the running back. It's about the 32 and a gain of 3. DeAndre Washington getting carries when Lynch is sitting down on this drive, and Washington in a battle Richard for the number 2 running back position here.
Yeah, they like Washington. He had a good camp. They wanted him to compete every day. When you're not the starter, sometimes you can kind of just go through the motions a little bit as a backup. They didn't want that from him, and he brought it every day, and they said he earned the right to be the backup running back.
Now empty, 2nd and 6, rushing 4. There's a good catch. That's again Cook. Boy, they going to him early. That's 3 catches for Jared Cook. Tackled down by Byard, gain of 7.
This is where you want Byard just to know you got help inside. It's man-to-man. Cook just runs up, breaks out. Know your leverage a little bit, and it makes it easier. I mean, that's a good throw and a great catch, but Byard could have helped himself. He's got a rat player, we call it, who's just a free defender inside. Just use him.
Hey, he's coming down. Do you want to get him?
Now it's Richard comes into the game.
Blue 80, what's up?
They got him low after a gain of only 2. From the brains behind The Big Bang Theory comes the new comedy Young Sheldon. It premieres Monday, September 25th after The Big Bang Theory, only CBS. So Carr 8 of 13, 95 yards and a touchdown. As the Raiders lead at 10-7 here, 10 minutes to go in the first half. 5 wides again. That's Crabtree with the catch. Right in front of Bryce McCain for 17, and the Raiders just continue to move down the field.
I mean, for your ability to throw the wide part of the field one-on-one and just throw this ball on the sideline like 18 yards and your receivers just come down, I mean.
Look at this catch.
They throw it everywhere. I mean, look at that catch. I mean, he jumps up. He's half, his body is east and west. It's level, horizontal, and makes it. I mean, that guy, we've seen outstanding catches by him for a long time now.
Second catch for Crabtree.
5-4.
Star 3 for 3 on this drive to 3 different targets.
Monday down. Blue 80. Is it?
And that's Richard. Again, early contact. Cyprian coming up to make the first contact. Yeah, they've been on the field for a long time after the Tennessee just 3 and out. So trying to wear him down. And again, Marshawn continues not to be a part of this drive.
You feel this though right here? This is what I talked about earlier, how hard it is to continue to run the ball through Tennessee. If you get behind and they control the game, you feel like you got to score. Here comes the play action.
Carr's trying to step up, and they've got him. They've got him. It's Woodyard, the first to get there. Back at the 46, and a loss of 5.
You're going to see, this is what we call a cross dog. 2 middle linebackers are blitzing. It's an old staple of Dick LeBeau. Avery Williamson and Woodyard come in. Arakipo drops. No time. Cook was going to get open. He's got man-to-man. But you see right there, not enough time to wait him out.
They had the fewest sacks in the league last year, the Titans. All right, so I should say the Raiders allowed last year. And now they got him a second time. 18 given up all of last year. And now back-to-back plays, they give up sacks to the Titans. This time it was Derek Morgan.
Derek Morgan. Him and Arakipo had 19.5 sacks last year, and you're going to see right here. He gets to the edge, gets all the way around, and right now they're playing 2 right tackles. They're playing Marshall Newhouse and Vital Alexander. And Alexander right there didn't make a case to stay in the rest of this game.
Alexander got beat badly by Morgan. So the Titans defense comes up. And again, the Raiders did it so few times last year, allowing that.
That right tackle position is going to be important for them this year.
Yes, it is. Marquette King sails one down to the 3, sideways bounce, and covered up by Patterson at the 1. Oh, I tell you, he continues to be a weapon. Marquette King.
I love his energy.
What a year he had last year. Had his career-long punt in this building last year of 72 yards, but this one's as good as it gets. Tennessee backed up at the 2-yard line after Patterson downed it. It looked like it might have been even a little closer to the 1, but the spot is near the 2. And look at the time of possession so far. Tennessee with a 1 drive for a touchdown and then a 3 and out. Keep Henry in the game, and Nelson comes up to make the stick after a gain of 3. Hurricanes Harvey and Irma have impacted millions of people, and we invite fans to join us in a huddle for relief. Visit redcross.org/NFL or text Red Cross to 90999 to donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief. 2nd and 7. The give again is to Henry. He's able to just plow out to the 7. So another 3rd down coming up for the Titans. You talked about how essential one of your Tony takes on the game was 3rd down conversions. They were 3 for 3 on that touchdown drive.
Yeah, and then they didn't convert on the second one. And that's the only way to keep, ground and pound. The way that Malarkey wants to do this is run this football over and over again and impose their will on the opponent. The only way to do it is 3rd and 4. Just keep moving the chains, keep converting. You got to have a high percentage, 50 or 60% at the end of the day, to stay committed.
Here's Mack ready to pounce. Murray's in the backfield. Mariota from the goal line steps up and finds the target. Out to the 31 is Matthews. Picks up 24. Now they're 4 for 5 on third down. And some breathing room.
They're going to cut a split right here. And you're going to see it's a zone cover 2 look. And you go up 14 yards and you break in. And really good job by Mariota stepping up as Mack, who's one-on-one. And you see the double team by Klein coming in late. That's a good matchup with the all-pro Conklin on the great Khalil Mack.
All 3 catches by Matthews have come on third down for conversions. And Henry back in there. The ball carrier for 2. You've mentioned before about how you delegate, whether it's Murray or whether it's Henry. And Murray looked so good on that touchdown drive. But now Henry has been getting the work on the second and third series most of the way.
Well, you do that. You basically say you're getting the third series. That's the way you kind of get the backup involved.
2nd and 8. And it's a great fake by Mariota out to the 48 and a first down.
This is what makes this offense difficult. You got to get in the gaps in the run game, and you're going to see Mariota just fake this right here, and then all of a sudden you're going to see him come right off the edge. And guess what else they're getting? Walker ahead of him. I mean, there's just nowhere. Oakland, they have to defend the run on the fake, and then you have to defend Walker on a bootleg. Really good play design.
Second carry for the quarterback for a total of 25 yards. He's their leading rusher. And of course, the first carry went for a touchdown. From the 48, first down. And throwing in the direction for the first time to Delaney Walker, incomplete.
That's not a bad play. Now, people see that and we're like, oh, they're just a miss and nondescript play. But that's a good job by Mariota because it's a 5-yard out. What no one really sees there is that, you know, Conklin got beat a little bit inside and the ball had to come out. And when the ball has to come out, you don't take sacks on first down. You don't want to. You're going to see it right here. Here's Conklin. Here, Mack. He goes inside, and now Mariota with the ability to say, ball's got to come. Boom. That's good quarterback play. Get rid of it. Don't throw the pick. Don't take the sack. Move on. No one remembers it. Keeps you ahead of the chains.
Taywan Taylor, the rookie wide receiver, number 13, in a slot to the left. Here's a 2nd and 10. Sideline they go. Short gain. It is Taylor. So they throw to him on his first snap, and he picks up 4 right in front of Sean Smith.
They made a concerted effort last year, Jim, to bring in, you know, some weapons. They didn't feel like they just had enough ability in man-to-man coverage to create separation. They draft Corey Davis 5th overall. They get Taywan Taylor, I believe, in the 3rd round. They feel really good about this unit.
Taylor out of Western Kentucky, 3rd round pick. And it's a 3rd and 6 from the Oakland 43 with Murray in the game. First down again. It's Walker. Delaney Walker's first catch goes for a first.
This is a good job by Mariota. You're going to see a motion. Walker comes all the way across the field here, and what he sees is this guy right here doesn't travel with him. When he doesn't, he knows it's zone. You're going to go up, get in that soft zone. You can fire it before he turns. Good job.
A drive that began back at the 2. Mariota 6 for 6 on 3rd down. Fakes to Henry. He's looking down the field and goes middle. He goes to Davis for the first at the 27. And we reached a 2-minute warning with the Titans driving. Look inside the Nashville factory of Gibson here in the Music City as the Titans are putting together a second drive that's lasted over 5 minutes.
Jim, I got $5. This is a run to the left.
I got to pay now as it's Henry stepping out. Had a good block by Josh Klein. What did you see there?
I've seen football in the NFL for 14 years.
Yeah.
They got 3 tight ends on that side, and they're running right at Mac, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend always, but they love these plays right here where they're going to pull the guard. You see Klein going off the edge, and then a good job by Henry just taking it outside and getting the edge.
Yeah, he got around Carey and picked up 8. So a 2nd and 2. Titans have all 3 timeouts here, Tony.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. I mean, take your time as an offense.
This for Davis, his 4th catch. Steps out of the 9-yard line.
This kid's for real, Jim.
Yeah, he's playing more and more of a factor than we thought he would be. He's already got now 4 receptions. Coming up, the Verizon Halftime Report. We'll be joining JB, Phil, Nate, Coomer, and Coach Cowher. Scores and highlights here from Week 1 coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report.
So here we go. They stopped the clock. This actually wasn't the best thing for Tennessee to go out of bounds in the last 2. Now, if I'm Oakland, I'm taking a timeout right after this play. There's a 1:47. Tennessee doesn't have to worry about the clock at all. You can get the ball back with an explosive offense and have a chance.
1st and goal from the 8. It's Decker. Decker trying to sidestep the hit of Joseph, but unable to wiggle out of it. Picks up 2.
I'm taking a timeout right here if I'm Jack Del Rio. I want this ball back in my offense. Now they'll probably think of it after this next one, but I feel like you can save the time.
And Tennessee will take its time with it, with the fact that the Raiders did not stop it, so they don't have to take this snap to just outside of a minute.
Well, they're going to waste the time. They're going to let this go down. That's why Mariota's taking his time getting up to the line.
2nd and goal.
Here comes the play action to the right.
Play action, looking right, going to the end zone, and knocked away. Preventing Decker is Joseph.
So you're gonna see right here, it's really just a 2-man route. Fullback comes in the backfield, fakes it. You got 2 receivers, we call it across the world. They go literally, what we say, across the world. The receiver on the left goes right, receiver on the right goes left, and they run to the back of the end zone, and you hope the defense just sells out and everyone comes down because no one else is in the route.
Joseph in his 2nd season out of West Virginia. They're so high on him, and he's made a couple of plays on this drive. One on a tackle, and that one on a pass defense. 3rd and goal. Mariota slides over and able to slip out of 1 hit. Avoids another one and is knocked out by Carey.
Well, that's what makes Mariota dangerous in the red zone, but you're going to see cover 2 right here. Safety, and you're going to see right here as he moves around, these guys, they got to get in their spots. Had a chance over the ball, but he didn't want to pull it because it wouldn't have scored a touchdown. And really good job of just staying in their zone by Oakland and not letting anybody get free.
Ryan Suckup out to attempt a 23-yard field goal to tie it. He's made his last 36 kicks from inside the 50. This is a chip shot from 23, and Suckup's kick is good. To knot the score at 10. Raiders 43 seconds to work with and a couple of timeouts when we come back. The one thing I've learned being with you all summer doing these practice games, Tony, is how you really emphasize clock management in the last 2 minutes, the way your brain works.
Well, every game comes down to the last 2 minutes, it feels like. That's the key. I mean, a lot of guys, you can gain a huge advantage doing things right away. I know when Jack Del Rio goes back and looks at that, maybe they would have taken that timeout after 1st down. I know I would have, just because it gives you now, you'd have over 1:20.
And it's a touchback. Out to the 25. 10-10 ball game here on kickoff weekend on CBS. Okay, Tony, 43 seconds, 2 timeouts. Here come the Raiders.
Well, they got 2 options here. I think they're going to try and push the ball down the field, but they're going to do it in a safe manner.
Pass, Crabtree, stiff arm on Jackson, which freed him to get out of bounds. Save a timeout.
That's a fantastic first play. You throw a smart, safe pass, but you're still being aggressive, and it's just that 5-yard under route we call. And Crabtree Adoree Jackson's just having a hard time tackling. I mean, he's covered a couple guys good, but you got to make that play.
Going out of bounds, stopping the clock at 36. First down at the 40. Here comes a blitz. Morgan coming after him, and actually it was Byard. And that's Crabtree stepping out after the completion. Gain of 8, and again the Verizon halftime report straight ahead. There's Phil and JB sharing some game planning. Yeah, you give me this highlight, I'll give you that highlight. Boomer says, no, I wanted that one. Forget it. Along with Nate and Coach Cower, all coming up. Week 1 scores and highlights, the Verizon halftime report.
Here we go. Dick LeBeau's going to come after him.
2nd and 2. Byard rushing again.
And they knew that he was coming after him. Great play call.
Washington with the catch.
Timeout. Timeout, Oakland.
Down to the 39. That picks up 13. And the timeout with 20 seconds to go. Again, the Raiders with their new kicker. Let's remember that here. His longest made kick all the way back in his college days for Giorgio Tavecchio was 54 yards. We're talking about a player who went to training camps with San Francisco, Green Bay, Detroit the last 4 years with Oakland.
Yeah, they're going to have to attempt it no matter what. Even from here, they would attempt it. The key now, though, is with one timeout, I'm trying to push this ball 15, 20 yards down the field, get ourselves into that 15 to 20-yard line, take your timeout, one shot at the end zone or two, kick your field goal.
Washington, the running back.
Here comes a cross-dog blitz with 2 of these guys.
To Cook, and kept in the field. The play by Jackson, who made the tackle this time.
No, you got to take. Nah, they're just going to let it go down. It's too late. Just take the timeout. See, if you take it right away, though, if you take it right away, you can come back and run that same play and get another 5 yards, or if he's covered, you throw it over his head. And there's a good job by Tennessee making the tackle and keeping him in bounds.
Instead, it'll demand a kick of about 52 yards for Tavecchio.
Good play call, though. Good job getting themselves in field goal range.
So Tavecchio was with him in the preseason, made 3 out of 4 kicks, 5 out of 6 point afters, 3 out of 4 field goals. Was released last week, but was staying sharp because he knew that Janikowski, there he is, had back issues, and then they re-signed him. He had been practicing at his high school over in the East Bay area, at Camp Olinda High School. And was signed to the practice squad and then flew here as they made the transaction yesterday. We'll call on him now from 52 yards out, last play of the half.
Tennessee has a guy back. If it doesn't get there, they know he's not their normal kicker.
Tavecchio's kick on the way, and it is a beauty. I mean, right down the middle from 52.
He looks pretty good there.
Oh, man.
That reminded you of somebody else. Look at this. I mean, that thing didn't leave the middle. Just 52.
Dead center with plenty of room to spare, and even Janikowski is there to cheer him on. Let's go down to Tracy.
Coach Tavecchio comes through with that big kick there, up 3, but what do you need to see from your team in the second half?
Well, just settle down and play. I think we've done that. We've settled into this game. It's going to be a good ball game. These two teams are both good teams, strong teams. We're going to go after each other. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is going to come out here with a smile.
Thanks for the time. Jim?
That's the end of the first half with the score, the Raiders 13 and the Titans 10. Boy, it moved quickly, too, that first half.
Yeah, we did, and it's good football.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. We're back for the second half. There you see Carr with 153 yards passing in the first half and a touchdown. Raiders lead at 13-10. As we take a look at the first half highlight presented by DirecTV, it's Mariota getting the great block from Walker. And that was the Tennessee touchdown. Carr to Cooper for the Raiders touchdown. Tavecchio with 2 field goals. And the second one coming from 52 yards. The first Raider other than Janikowski to make a 50-yard field goal since Joe Nedney back in 1999. Hey, you warned us. You said, Tennessee, I want to see big third down conversion percentages here. In Tony's takes, they're 5 for 7. And they're beginning the football to start the third quarter.
Yeah, it allows them to continue to run the same offense the way they want to play football. They don't get out of their comfort zone. That's the way to do it. You got to be in that 50 or 60 percentile to stay committed to it. The other thing I'll tell you, you saw right there, there's only 3 possessions for Tennessee in that entire half. When 2 good quarterbacks go on the football field or 2 pretty good offenses, what you'll find really fast, 1 turnover destroys the game. They've done a good job. Keep protecting the football. There's a low number of possessions in this game.
It was a clean first half without turnovers. Once again, Tavecchio earns the touchback. And now Mariota comes out. He threw for 110 yards. He was impressive running the football, and he found a new favorite target in the rookie wide receiver Davis as well.
Well, we saw Davis at practice, and he's a really big guy. We're like, who's that tight end? Oh, no, he's a wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver. He's not a tight end. He's that big.
They put him in the slot. They put him outside one-on-one. He ran a little in, a little back out, as if he was a little Wes Welker, and he got 15 yards. He's the real deal.
So from the 25, they start the third quarter. Davis, 4 catches for 48 yards. He's not out here as they pitch it to Henry. And he's got 5 shoved out by Lee as he slides on the sideline. Let's check in with Tracy.
Jim, you remember this game started with an onside kick by the Titans. I asked Mike Mularkey about it. He said, just trying to steal a possession. Need to do that against this team. Also need to score touchdowns in the red zone and not settle for field goals. As for the defense, he said he thinks that Adoree Jackson doing a really good job. He knows that he's being picked on as a rookie, but he likes what he's seen out there. And he just said, most importantly, this team, they need to tackle. Jim?
Well, his team, again, not turning the football over. Same goes for the Raiders. There are only 2 penalties called, in fact, in that first half total. There's a little dump off pass. And that's about a yard shy of a first down with Walker's second grab. Here's what the Titans did with the first half possessions, Tony. They had it 3 times. That's it.
That's what it's going to be. When you get good quarterbacks, you realize really fast, wow, I might only get 7 or 8 possessions in this football game. You're used to getting 10 or 12. They had 3. I mean, if they get 3 in the second half, think about how big 1 possession is. You can't give the other team the ball, and you really can't just go 3 and out. That's the only reason they're losing in this first half.
Well, they're going shotgun here on 3rd and short. It's a long yard, just inside of 2 to go. That's Taylor, who they give it to. The rookie's got the first, and he shows off that quickness. There's a little shovel pass from Mariota to Taylor, picks up the first down at a gain of 10.
This is a great design play. You're going to see motion right here. Now he's going to flip this ball to him as he comes in motion, which is a little risky. But if you're going to be a running team and you're going to constantly be in these 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 5s, you got to have a bunch of little plays. Good design right there by the offensive coordinator, Terry Rubisky.
You know, they really upgraded the wide receiver position in the offseason with Davis and Taylor coming through the draft. Decker is a free agent. First down. Mariota well protected. It's a dump off pass to Murray, and the rookie Markel Lee wraps him up after 4.
And Jim, you're right. When you get those weapons, that's when you start to throw the ball to your back, because they start worrying as the season progresses and he keeps pushing the ball down the field to these guys. Your back will just start getting the ball more and more because they start feeling threatened each week when they see these big plays or these plays that scare them on tape.
They brought in a rookie tight end. You saw him, 81. John Smith. They're high on him out of Florida International. There he shifts over to the left side. 2nd and 6. The give to Murray, and great piece of tackling that time by Khalil Mack.
Well, we haven't said his name in a while.
No, that's right.
You know, we've done a couple practice games. Mack right here, one-on-one, goes right inside Luan and makes the play. That's pretty athletic for a guy that size.
Last year becoming the first Raider to be the Defensive Player of the Year in the league since Lester Hayes in 1980. Murray's been contained to 7 carries for 12 yards. And another 3rd down situation for the Titans. 3rd and 8. Mariota Going to try to run for it. No, he flings it at the last moment. He had an open man, and he throws it into the ground in the direction of Matthews.
Well, Mariota's going to do a good job of moving around the pocket and extending the play, which is good on third down. You're going to see a chip right there just to get Irvin off the block. That gives you time to scan the field. And then right there, here's the thing. He knows he didn't do it right. He's going to sit there and he's going to be a little upset, I bet. Yeah, he knows at that moment, you just want to be calm and be like, hey, I'm right here. Throw him the ball. When you get moving out of the pocket, Jim, you get antsy.
Second punt for Kern, and there was pressure. He got it away. It flies to the 15. Richard picks it up on the bounce. And Weems is right there. They signed him in the offseason. Good special teams player. We got a rare flag in this game.
I like that.
Yeah, everyone.
Every
During
time.
return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 56. Half the distance to the goal. Oakland keeps the ball. First down.
That'll back Carr and company to somewhere around the 10. Look how similar the quarterback numbers are to this point.
Yeah, well, I said Mariota could take that next step, and he's been in that progression of being like Derek Carr. Well, he's done a great job of that today. This game's going to come down to a possession or two or a play or two, it looks like, and you're going to need your quarterback to make it happen.
As it has the last 2 years here in Nashville, with the Raiders coming to town and Oakland prevailing on each of those occasions. Carr hit his last 7 passes of the first half, and he's throwing on first down. What a catch, but did he have the feet down? No. Cooper, incomplete. How about the pressure that's been applied here? That one stretch where they had back-to-back sacks.
Yep, you're going to see Avery and Williamson on a cross dog, we call it. And now the back's got to go to the other side of the line to pick up Woodyard, and he just can't get there. And then Derek Morgan using speed off the edge. Alexander can't quite get off his stance. This is a good pass rushing team. They're better than they were in the past.
2nd and 10 from the 9. And it's Lynch touching the football for the first time since the first quarter. And he fights for everything he can get out to the 15.
You know, with Lynch, they told us they were going to kind of ease him into the game. They're not going to come out here and give him 30 carries.
And into the season, too.
Yes, and I love that idea. The problem you're going to have is when he's rushing good, and you're like, you want to keep him out there, but they're doing a good job.
3rd and 3. Lynch with 7 carries for 36 yards. Pass knocked out of the hands of Crabtree, and look at the rookie make the play, Adoree Jackson.
Here he comes. They said he was going to have a lot of balls thrown at him, and I agreed, and they really just throw this ball into, it's 2-man, so he's going to be able to play underneath coverage, the corner, and Jackson just, that's twice. The ball was almost caught, and he gets his hand right up in there and gets it out.
And now Jackson is back to return to punt. Incredible returner at USC, where he tied an NCAA record for most touchdowns on kick returns, 4 kickoff, 4 punts for touchdowns, 8 total. King with a chance to show off his leg. And he does so. Back to the 26. It's Jackson trying to wiggle past Patterson, who was there with him, and it's contact well out of bounds.
That's 15.
And the flag is out.
That's just silly.
Well, the second Raider came in. Wasn't necessary. Patterson had control of the situation.
Patterson did a great job.
Yeah, he was basically carrying him out of bounds and finishing off the play. The penalty is going to put the football close to the 50.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 14. 10-yard penalty. Tennessee keeps the ball. First down.
They called it on
That's what the penalty was. It was not the late hit.
Eric Weems with a push in the back.
The block in the back penalty goes against Weems on Luani, and the Titans started to 20, but could have been a call against the Raiders as well, as Murray is met by Mack, who's got a second tackle here in the quarter for a loss. So check this out, Tony. Was there a good argument here?
Well, you're going to see Weems right there blocking Luani.
No question
right
there.
Down. That's in the back. That really is. It's close. And then right there, I mean, you see him come in, Morrow. That's silly. He didn't get pushed. Right there, look at him. He's just running right into the play and runs into the back. That really could have been a penalty just as well, even though they'd already thrown the other one. Same guy's going to call the same one.
2nd and 11. They're in trouble, and the Raiders are able to get him and put up a loss for the second straight play. You had Edwards, Vanderdoes, Ellis all in the area, and the first sack of the game for Oakland.
Yeah, it's a good job. It's good pressure. They come right off the edge, and you see he just gets up in the middle, makes Mariota move. Vanderdoes, I mean, we've done a couple practice games. We've had him. He's been in the mix every game. He's a really, really young and good defensive tackle.
3rd and 12. Mariota. Pass. Receiver fell down, Decker. And this Raiders defense is stepping up. They had been big talk coming into the season. Would they be able to play it somewhat close to the level of their offense?
If they play like this is a serious Super Bowl contending team. We know their offense is as good as anybody. There's only 2 or 3 teams out there who can match them with offensive personnel. But if their defense is good, it's going to be tough to beat them.
We had only 2 total punts in the first half, and now we have our 3rd punt on the way in the first 6 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Not deep. Richard, fair catch at the 37. Raiders leading it here, 13-10. The last 10 attempts for Carr, with that streak of completions in the second quarter of 7 consecutive. And now the Raiders break huddle for their second series of the second half, holding on to a 3-point lead here at Tennessee. Along with Tracy Wolfson.
We're good. Down.
Tony Romo, Jim Nance
in
the booth. Great to have you. Kickoff weekend. It's Lynch. And bodies on him right away. Just 2-yard gain. Several Tennessee Titans players, including Jarrell Casey, recently went to local stores in Nashville to pay for some shoppers' groceries in an effort to give back to the community that supports them so strongly. Here's Casey. Makes a difference on and off the field.
They love him in this community. He's the best defensive player of the last 2 years.
2nd and 8 as they bring in a second wave of down linemen for Casey, getting a couple of plays off. And Crabtree is able to bobble it and secure it, but for no gain. Jayon Brown, the defender.
Crabtree does a great job of coming back to the ball, and that's how he breaks a lot of these tackles. But this time, he tries to break that tackle too early and run, and it kind of bobbles that ball. See his body trying to stop and come back in? Ooh, just catch it first.
So the Raiders have failed to convert on their last 4 third downs.
Here comes a Dick LeBeau. Look at, you tell me who the down linemen are and who's blocking who here.
They're bringing 5, 3rd and 8. Little flip pass, caught. Cooper, first down.
This is really good by Derek Carr, really good by Cooper. He's going to run all the way across the field, and Carr patiently goes ahead and steps up in the pocket, and then look at this touch. Right off and leading them. First down. That's pretty high-level play. All the way across the field, like I said. Get out of the way, Marshawn. This is my offense.
4th catch for Cooper. 39 yards and a touchdown.
Down. We waiting. What's up?
From the 50. They fake the reverse, and they dump it off to Lynch. Blockers out in front. Rodney Hudson, one of those out there helping lead the way for a gain of 16.
This is what we call a fake reverse screen. And when you do that, you get the defense thinking, oh, we got you. We think it's a reverse. And then there you see Lynch. Look at that. Hudson out in front, leading the way. Got a couple of beast modes there. You got Hudson in front and beast mode behind him.
He answering the questions for you. Can you sit out that long and still play? Oh, and look at that. Look at that move after the incompletion by Lynch.
This is a classic. This is what happens though. That's a running back at the wide receiver position who is uncovered. He should. Derek Carr, every time he's ever had, oh, there's a flip. That's a 7.5.
Yeah, almost stuck the landing.
But you see what happened though? Why was he complete when he's uncovered? Receivers run up the sideline. They get away from the defense. And he just stood there. And Carr's used to the guy running 2 steps up the field.
He's coming down. We good?
2nd and 10.
Blue 80. What's up?
It's Richard. Only one. 3rd and 9 coming up. Eric Walden, who they signed as a free agent in the offseason. The Titans defense makes that play. Now they're in field goal range from here for Tavecchio. Made, of course, the half-ending 52-yarder.
This is right here when your coordinator tells you in your ear as the quarterback, no sacks. We got a field goal attempt right here. A sack takes you out of field goal range. You want to get this first down, but at the same time, any yards are good, no sacks.
4 wides. Richard, the running back. Here's Carr. Wings it, has it to Cooper. And another first, but we've got a flag out.
Oh. That was a great throw and catch. And it's just for naught.
One of the best throws of the day by Carr, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Illegal use of hands, offense. Hands to the face, offense number 61. 10-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
Called on the center, Rodney Hudson.
That's too bad. And you see right in the middle, Hudson gets his hand right there. You see there it is. Right on Eric Walden, who's trying to get it there for a while. Well, now you got to get in field goal range. So right here, you have a number for your kicker. It's 35. If you can get the first down, great, but you got to get yourself about 7 yards.
Here's Carr. Going to take off, try to get the yardage to put him in field goal range. He only got to go about the 39. They mark it actually just barely inside the 40. And they're going to bring out King to punt.
Well, it's the punter. He's not going to go for a 59-yarder. It'd be about 57, Jim. They really could. I mean, the kid had the leg earlier, but 13-10, play the field position game. I like this decision.
Yeah, it's a good decision. The win actually fractionally against him would have been 57 yards. And King's already had one of his punts down to 2. He is hit, but no, yep, flag comes out. Flag comes out. Now the question, was it running into or roughing the punter? The 5 yards will be enough for them to ponder a field goal try if that's what the call is.
Running to the kicker. Offense, number 21. 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
So now it's could be if you wanted a 52-yard field goal try.
And you see him right there. Oh, yes. Ooh, that's roughing the kicker. You can't get there. You got to give him space to come down. And I mean, that's a tough call right there.
A big call coming up here from Del Rio.
This could go a bunch of different ways, okay? Where was it downed at, Jim? Were they coming out to the 20? So if you're coming out to the 20, you're going to come out and kick this ball. If you had him down at the 1, you'd consider declining the penalty and coming back out.
It was a touchback, so they aren't going to take that option. They're going to bring Tavecchio out for the long field goal try for his 2nd of the game from 52.
Little into the wind here. This one will be a little tougher.
Had plenty of room to spare in the other direction. King on the hold to Vecchio. Oh, easily enough distance. How about this performance?
That's pretty good.
Giorgio to Vecchio.
His Uncle Armani loves it.
Yeah. Raiders up 16-10.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Pepsi. And by Destiny 2. New Legends Will Rise. Available now. Rated T.
Special teams for the Raiders have come up big, starting from the opening kickoff, recovering an onside kick. Luani. King had a down punt inside the 2, and now 2 field goals from 52 yards out. 3 total on the game for Giorgio Tavecchio. And Jackson will not think about running that one out. So it was an interesting sequence here, Tony. First there was the, well, here's the kick.
You're going to see the reaction of all these guys. Tavecchio excited. That's 2 big-time kicks. How about opening your NFL career? Let's go with 50-plus back-to-back. And Del Rio's like, boy, I didn't know this kid was going to play till Friday. And look at this.
Yeah, and then here's Janikowski, who they just reworked his contract during the week. He took a lower number.
Well, they knew he was going to be hurt.
Yep.
So they said, listen, you're not even going to be playing for 6 to 8 weeks.
It started with Trauig running into the punter. They gave him the 5 yards to bring out to Vecchio. And that's Matthews, thrown down by Carey. Saturday.
Now let's see if they stay committed to this run. Like I said before, if you stop connecting on those 3rd downs, you start to get away from it and you start throwing the ball a lot because you feel uncomfortable being behind.
733.
Murray has had only 11 yards on 8 carries in this game. They go to him.
Good job. That's well done. Getting shotgun, hand it off, make it look like pass.
And that's his biggest run of the game so far for 6. Now they'll go empty with 5 wides. Ball is caught by Walker. Leaping catch at the 40 of the Raiders.
It's a great throw and catch. Walker's just going to go right down. This ball goes right up. And oh, really good job by Mariota looking off. I mean, he looked right off of Adams, moved him right to where he wanted to put him. Put him on a joystick.
Picks up 23.
This is what we call a muddle huddle. You kind of get up, you slow move. We're not trying to go at breakneck speed. I like this picking up the pace, though. Get the quarterback into a little bit of a rhythm.
And that's Walker again with a catch for about 4. I want to hear from you, though, about the psychology of a quarterback like Mariota, who really had a harder recovery than Carr did because he had the plate put in.
Yes.
And he was out for longer in the offseason. The psychology is to see James is down, Corey James, of coming back and taking that field for the first time.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you got 2 guys both who broke their legs in the fibula last year, and he had a long off season, but he said he's feeling good.
Corey James tried to shake it off. He's still got the helmet on the sideline. Might be okay. 2nd and 6 from the Oakland 36. And that's Murray. He's got a hole. Wiggles to the outside. And is tackled down by Joseph at the 15 and a pickup of 21.
That's the DeMarco Murray I'm used to seeing right there. Just a handoff to the weak side. Good cut. And then look at that. Little wiggle again, little wiggle again. He loves that little wiggle.
That was like somebody you're familiar with right there. Man, you called Demo.
That's what I call him, Demo.
And he called you a music hog. So,
that's only because he loves it. He appreciates the music that I play for him to make him have a good time.
almost intercepted as Max jumped up.
How many times have we seen him come up with a game-changing play somewhere in that third or fourth quarter? It's like, look at that, boom. From the other angle, it looked like he almost caught it, didn't it?
I thought if he did, could have been, well, it was a short return against Cam Newton last year, but the same kind of play. And he went for a touchdown.
Cam Newton game, the Saint game, remember when he made sack Breeze fumble?
But anyway, you dictate the music in the locker room was the point, you music hog, you.
Yes,
that's what he was saying. All right.
I'm waiting a couple weeks for it to
and
go over
practices.
here.
All right.
But
2nd and 10. Mariota's pass open this time. It's Decker stretching it out. He's going to be a long yard short of a first. And an interesting thing about that near pick by Mack is that Mariota has never been intercepted in the red zone in his career the first 2 years.
You're right, and probably about to happen here since you just said that.
Well, not trying to foreshadow anything for anybody, but 33 touchdowns, no picks.
It's really an impressive stat. Now, part of the reason that happens is because he plays within himself. He plays under control. Right here on 3rd and 2, you have 2 options. I think they're going to come up and see where this safety right here is. If he doesn't get out, they might throw it, but he wants to hand the ball off to the right here. He just wants to turn and hand this ball to the right.
Well, they pitch it right, running right, 3 hurdles, and the Raiders close in on him fast, including the rookie Nicholas Morrow. And this kid, number 50, is from Greenville College, a Division III school about 45 miles out of St. Louis.
And he's playing ahead of their 5th-round pick, Markel Lee, who was actually starting at the middle linebacker. And wow, look at Mark, boom.
And they're going to go field goal here with Suckup.
Yep, you have to.
Yep, closing seconds, quarter number 3. He had a short one in the first half, this one from 26.
See if they rush it to get it off before the quarter.
Got it all away just in time, and the kick is good. 16-13. Back after this from Lowe's. It's been all field goals since the first quarter here in Nashville. Raiders over the Titans 16-13. Jim Nance and Tony Romo and Tracy Wolfson. Jim Rickoff down on the truck. Big day for Jim. Mike Arnold, our director.
Well, with all the producers I've had over the years,
yeah, how would you rate him?
This Jim Rickoff is right at the top of the list. He's the top 2 for sure.
And a little touchback bobble style by Patterson. There's a flag back at the Raiders 40.
Outside kicking team, number 23, 53. 5-yard penalty added to the dead ball spot. First down.
It's called on Darren Bates, the 3rd special teams penalty against the Titans. Adoree Jackson, what have you thought of the way he's played today?
Some good, some bad. That's a good one right there. Gets his hand in there, knocks the ball away. Then it's like, just make the tackle. Ooh, that one's not going to go good on Monday morning. And then there it is, a good again. He's a rookie. He's shown flashes of having some really good ability. Like all rookies, though, he's shown flashes that he's got to improve in some areas.
Raiders come out with the spread formation. They take the 5 yards to put the ball at the 30. And the catch and splitting the defenders is Cook.
I think you're going to see Oakland get real aggressive here and start putting the ball in Carr's hand. You might see 1, maybe 2 handoffs at most on this drive.
Quick 11 yards to Cook on 5 catches now, 56 yards.
Now! Blue 80, is it?
That's Lynch. Off right tackle, spinning and driving. Well, you kept saying all week, I've got to see a guy sit out for almost like a year and a half. I only played 7 games back in 2015. And it just doesn't happen normally.
No, you see this. Look at this. One cut, quick. And then he finishes the run like he's still in Seattle 3 years ago. I mean,
Does he look like that same guy?
it's really not that far off. I mean, you need more tape on him. But here they go, up tempo. They want to get up on the ball. They're going to be aggressive on this drive. And, you know, you can run and be aggressive, but you're going to push the tempo. They feel the sense of urgency on this drive. Now each one of these drives, you feel like really can win you the football game if you go in and punch it in.
Yeah, they've changed the pace again. 10 carries, 54 yards for Lynch. Is Todd Downing.
We're going to find out what kind of coordinator he is right here. This is usually a type of shot, some sort of play to get you in a position to get in field goal range.
DeAndre Washington comes in for Lynch.
He's got one-on-one outside. Cooper at the bottom, matched up.
Got McCain on him, and he's going that way. And pass a little too steep for Cooper. His Downing is his first job as a coordinator, but he first started working at a camp as basically a volunteer, just a couple years out of high school up in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And there he befriended Mike Tice, who is the offensive line coach here for the Raiders. Tice was the head coach of the Vikings. He used to drive him around. So this was actually his 19th training camp this year. He was a high school quarterback and played for Mike Grant, Bud Grant's son.
Wow.
Well, he's a football lifer, if you will, at the age of 37. 3rd and 6. As Carr gets it right on the first down yardage to Richard.
This one's really close. The spot's the key. Now, I'll tell you this. These guys that kind of know where these first downs are, if it's close, they sometimes like to run up and give you that extra inch. It's a pretty good spot. I mean, I'm saying that's exactly where I thought the ball was.
Nope, he needed 6 and he got it. They've already moved the chains. Ball at the Tennessee 37.
Now let's get back to, let's just hand the ball off again.
If they do, it'll be Washington.
Blue 80, what's that?
Going up top instead. Lobbing it to Crabtree as Jackson never turned around and the veteran beat him on this one.
I mean, how aggressive is this offense? This has to be the 7th fade I've seen from a cut split. Look at Crabtree. I mean, this is not high percentage. This is, we're going to throw a fade almost as if we're in the red zone and get up and go do it and then get up on the ball right again right here.
Yep, they hurry up to the line at the 19. Seal the pocket, go to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Seth Roberts. He has beaten Tennessee before. His first catch of this game goes for a touchdown.
All he does is catch touchdowns against these guys. I tell you, 19-yard touchdowns. He's got 4 verticals, 1 vertical, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and play that tape. You see these guys right up the seam. It's 1 safety in the middle. He can't cover them all. Great throw right there. That takes a quarter. Not all quarterbacks can make this throw. Looks off, turns and fires it. You see one guy diving, corner coming in, safety, he moves with his eyes.
Just got a new contract extension, did Roberts. That's his 4th touchdown in 3 games against the Titans. Carr telling us yesterday, I love him. He's always winning his matchup and getting separation. Laying in tall grass, he says. Extra point to Vecchio is good.
That's the drive that I always felt like you want to be aggressive on that. You're up 3 points, go up 10, go win the game. That's how you win it.
A great team has discovered through research that Tavecchio is the first player in NFL history with 2 50-yard field goals in his first career game. A pair from 52, actually. Here he's going to launch another kick. And have one returned this time from the goal line by Adoree Jackson. Bounces off a hit. Oh, how high can you leap? That's crazy.
You want to get this place rocking? That's how you do it right there.
Guess what? He was the Pac-12 long jump champion 2 times, and he flashed it right here at USC.
No, he's not. You just made that
2
up.
times.
Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Tavecchio, you're not tall enough. Watch it.
This is absolutely awesome.
Tavecchio's like, what? Where'd he go?
Whoa,
Where'd he go?
Hey, wait a minute. How far, just as far as a long jump did he go?
Oh,
Right over to Vecchio.
I remember when I used to do that when I played football.
We got to get a measurement on that long jump. That might qualify him for the next U.S. Nationals. Play action. And the Titans quickly get the ball on the open side of the field with Walker.
They really needed that to happen. I mean, Walker's just going to go up and go across the field on a deep over route. And Mariota throws it right over the middle backer for the second time of a game against single high. That's usually risky, but he's so good at that throw.
Fifth catch of the game for Delaney for 57 yards. At the 48, you go to Decker, and right on him is Sean Smith. And by the way, we can add Corey James, who is nicked in the third quarter, has returned to that Raider defense.
Good job by Smith coming in and making the tackle. The guy who was blocking him on that screen was Corey Davis, the rookie. I never wanted the rookies blocking screens to the receivers. They always seem to just not get it right that first year.
Second 10. And it sails wide of the mark for Davis.
Well, that's obvious miscommunication here. Mariota just steps up and throws the ball to the sideline as if it's a comeback, and Corey Davis ran up and ran a deep curl inside. 3rd and 10. This is one of those times in the game with that Oakland offense to think that you're just going to come out and get a stop and get the ball back. If I'm a quarterback, I'm not just getting rid of this ball. I'm going to extend the play, do something to give my team a chance to get 10 yards.
3rd and 10. It's the middle and almost intercepted. Reggie Nelson very nearly with the theft.
Gets a hand in there. Mariota's lucky that wasn't going the other way.
We're trying to go to Decker, who has 3 catches in his Titans debut, 3 for only 10 on the low snap. Gets some hang time. The Raider favorable bounce. Just a net of 28. 10-point lead, 10.5 to go.
Well, Raiders up 10 here, and I tell you, as Derek Carr comes out, I know this. For me right here, I wanted fast throws. I know these guys are coming out trying to stop the run. Get me the ball and throw slants, get it out of my hand, do a screen. They're coming after us.
We go gun. And they hand it off to Washington. Off the right side, and he swarmed just barely past the line of scrimmage. Coming up, the State Farm postgame show. Join JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Coward. Latest NFL scores and highlights coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
So here you go, 2nd and 9. Tennessee feels like they got to make something happen, Jim. So they're going to probably do something, one of those zone blitzes, something to get them off the deal. Here comes somebody.
Trying to read it. Gets it away quickly to Washington. And Jackson's over there quickly, as well as Brown. A pair of first-year players double up on that tackle.
Yep, quick throws. You know they're coming after you here. You're up 10. I don't want to sit here and run it twice and get in 3rd and 9 and then have them to make a hero play or just take the sack and give them the ball back. I want to have a chance to win the game. Give me 2 throws on 2nd down, get it out of my hand, and come back right here with another slant. Get it out of my hand again.
The Titan faithful, though, hoping their defense can get the ball back in the hands of Mariota as we approach 9 minutes to go. Carr. Across the middle. First down and a whole lot more for Cooper. Fired with Williamson coming over to help out. All the way out to the 48 and a gain of 23. Cooper ran away on that pass across the middle from Jonathan Cyprian.
It's the same as earlier. He's going to go across, and you see, ooh, a little chip, but he gets through it. 3 men, and still Morgan fights. But here's the play. All the way across the field. Cooper keeps running. Oh, he just can't keep up with him. Cyprian, they're asking the safety to run across the field with Amari Cooper. That's a tough assignment.
And now they go back to Lynch in the backfield.
Well, you got to hand the ball off here, don't you?
Yep, especially with this guy. There he is. Tries to spin out of it, and a hard-fought 1 for Lynch. Derek Carr marveled at how quickly he was able to pick up the offense. And even gave us an argument that you could say the year off maybe was a good thing for him.
Yeah, for running backs, I could see that. You know, he's not that old. I mean, I thought
31.
He was I thought he was going to be 33, 34 years old.
Not an old guy like you.
No, not 37. Or, you know, me, I'm 30. Yeah, I agree with you. It can help you. He never had that big injury where he took away the speed or the juice. He's never had that thing. He's always been soft tissue.
A sports injury in 15 that limited him to 7 games. Here he goes. Lynch again for about 3 this time. But there were many people wanting to see this game today. Yeah, sure, he looked good in spot duty in the preseason. He's had 12 carries here for 58, plus 1 reception for another 16.
Well, I mean, he's almost averaging, 5 yards a carry. I mean, he's done exactly what they wanted. They're not going to give it to him 30 times. This is a great start for Marshawn Lynch and for the Raiders. 3rd and 6. This is big time if you can convert this.
With 5 wides.
Here comes the nickel off the slot right here.
Pass is thrown away. The LeBeau blitz, force card unloaded quickly.
Yep, an empty formation. You send the nickel blitz, it gives everybody fits. I hated it earlier too. We got an injury.
You telestrated Logan Ryan coming off the edge there to blitz, but really was on the other side. It was Jayon Brown who was the one that made Carr hurry it.
Yeah, but it's because the nickel came, and when the nickel blitzes, you got to change the protection to get him, and someone else comes free.
That's Cyprian down on the field. Next Sunday, regional action on CBS. We're going to be down in the Big Easy. Brady and Breeze. New England and New Orleans is the main game for CBS next week, plus other regional action. The Jets will be out at Oakland. Tennessee taking on Jacksonville. It all starts with the NFL Today. The new look NFL Today with JB Boomer coach Phil and Nate next Sunday on CBS. Okay, Raiders to punt now. Just inside 7 minutes. King with Jackson. Thinking about he was somewhere near it, but it sails into the end zone for a touchback. Just again a net of 28. Hurricanes Harvey and Irma have impacted millions of people, and we invite fans to join us in a huddle for relief. Visit redcross.org/NFL or text Red Cross to 90999 to donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief.
Well, here we go. Mariota gets a chance to bring his team back, and right here, you've got to be aggressive. You got to get the ball down the field. You can't waste time getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Go in the middle with Murray for a quick 7.
You got to go no huddle, I feel like. I mean, you can score, it's 10 points, but it's got to be on the ball. Here we go. Quarterback's telling you what to do. Don't have to go crazy, but get up. Here we go.
Do just that. 2nd and 3. And he's got the completion to Walker near the 40 for a first.
We saw Derek Carr take that big step last year, right, Jim?
Yep, from year 2 to year 3.
Yep, from year 2 to year 3, right where Mariota is. And when you see it today, you're like, here's an opportunity for Mariota to bring us back. He can bring you back in 6 minutes and go somehow get his team in this game and possibly win.
Going down the sideline, double coverage and over the head, going in the direction of Davis.
It's what Carr did last year against New Orleans.
When he went from year 2 to year 3, in that opening game,
boom.
They won down in New Orleans at the end.
It shocked everyone. You know, it was like, whoa, whoa, look at this. This offense is for real. He was great. And they were 9-2 last year in 1-score games. Derek Carr took off. Mariota, who we keep trying to compare and take that next step, here's a great chance for him to kind of show that he's similar in that regard to the progression.
Carr and Lynch having a good time of it on the sideline. The Raiders right now are up 10. 6 minutes to go. 2nd and 10. Flags are out. And ball is out. And it's recovered by Klein. This was a mess from the snap.
This is gonna, I mean, it has to be offsides, doesn't it? Otherwise, the play's dead if it was a false start.
Might have been Irvin.
Offside. Defense, number 51. 5-yard penalty, replay, second down.
You're going to see him jump Irvin right here, and really it's because Walker's coming down. He's going to feel like he's going to get cracked. I want to get in between those guys. A little early. He's not in Seattle with that crowd noise where he gets to get off that snap.
He had 7 sacks last year in his Raiders' first season. 2nd and 5. In the pocket, he's got Walker. Falls to the ground at the 49, and then a little
That's a
excessive.
Flag. That is a definite flag.
And it finally comes out. And it was Irvin again. And that'll be a big 15.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 51. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's your classic case of not letting the play that just happened right before affect the next play. We talk about it all the time. Move on to the next play. Move on. He just jumps off sides. He's not feeling good. He's kind of upset with himself. He's upset about everything. He's upset he doesn't have a sack. And then guess what? He gets the hold of the ball carrier. I'm going to take it all out right here. That's not a very smart decision.
Carries right over to the next play, and it cost him again.
Let it go. Move on. It's a brand new play.
From the 34 of the Raiders. Stepping up, going long with it to Walker, and he's out of bounds. He had a step, too.
It's a pretty good route. It's a post wheel. So he's going to run up, run out, and then up the sideline. And sure enough, oh my gosh, that's a tight end running that route right there. That's pretty impressive. Carl Joseph just doesn't quite stay with him. Ball just, we used to call that the one thing you never wanted to do when a guy had 2 yards. Throw it out of bounds. Let him make a play. The other guy can't even turn around and touch it.
Walker still running hard in his 12th year. You warned us in your Tony takes at the start. He's in the best shape he's been in.
He looks great.
2nd and 10. In traffic. Trying for the first time to go in the direction of Jonnu Smith, who might be the future tight end for the Titans, drafted in the 3rd round out of Florida International.
They like him a lot. And, you know, they obviously have some talent already. When they got Jared Cook this offseason, and then they have their blocking guy, and then all of a sudden there's Jonnu Smith. And, you know, when you have that, you feel comfortable going out there and saying, hey, you get out there, you run these routes, you're fine. You got, or Delaney Walker, I mean, sorry.
So it's 3rd and 10. Remember, they still need 2 scores, so if they fail to do anything here, they could call Suckup from 52, but Mariota's pass in the direction of Matthews, and yes, they're immediately going to suck up for the 50-plus yard field goal. So this is going to be absolutely key here. 52. And remember, last year he made all of his field goal attempts except for 2, and both of them were outside of 50, 51 and 58. Tavecchio's made 2 from 52 for the Raiders. Now Suckup from 52 for the Titans to make it a 1-score game. Suckup's kick. It's a beauty, and it's good. And we'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Lowe's. Yeah, so we're just getting word here, Tony, that Cyprien, it's a hamstring injury. It's what it looked like anyway, and that's confirmed from the Titans bench. Questionable now that we'll even see him here in the last 4:49 is the word from the bench.
Yeah, his backup is Denoris Searcy. And Cyprien's more of a tackler. You know, he gets downhill in the run game. He's going to hit you. So I don't know how much that's going to affect in the pass game for a little bit here.
4:49 to play. Suckup to send it back to the Raiders. There's Patterson. Here he goes. Look at him. Boy, has he made plays in this game today. Punt coverage and now a kick return. Tackled by the kicker, Suckup, after 41 yards on the return. For Darrell Patterson. leading the league in kickoff return average last year for the 3rd time, which is an all-time record.
He's had a great game on special teams. Down the ball at the 1, came down, got that tackle on the punt return. This bigger, that's why you go get a guy like that.
What's better? Hey, kill, kill! Kill, kill!
Kill, kill.
Kill, kill!
Here comes a run to the left.
That's up!
It is a run to the left, and just off left guard, it's Lynch taking the pile with him for a 4-yard carry. Both teams with all their timeouts, and Dick LeBeau and his defense. He's the first coordinator in NFL history to coach in a game at the age of 80, turning 80 yesterday. Had a big celebration for him over at the Titans facility.
He deserves it. Legend of the game right there. And now they need him to stand up and show how good he is, because Oakland's trying to run this clock out.
2nd and 6.
Blue 80 is up!
It's back to Lynch. And Lynch, they need to put 3 or 4 players on him to bring him down. He's got just a gain of 3 this time.
It's going to be hard to run the clock out. Last season, Tennessee 2nd in the league in run defense. You know, if you're relying on that, it's going to be tough. They did get 7 yards. That gives them a chance right here. 3rd and 3. We're going to find out with the great Dick LeBeau. Dials up right here. I want to see it. We're going to see the young Todd Downing. This is a chess match right here.
LeBeau trades out Woodyard for the rookie linebacker Brown. 3rd and 3, they go Brown. They go Richard, and he gets the first.
How about this offensive coordinator? Run, run, run with the game on the line. That's impressive. He's a couple times now, he's surprised me with some calls like this. Great play call on the edge, good blocking. Well done, well designed.
Todd Downing.
Making a name for himself today.
He is. Timeout called by Tennessee. Yeah, that run by Richard, it was well conceived, and it was well blocked, and he stayed in bounds.
Yep. That couldn't have gone better for Oakland. I mean, that was a perfect 3-play series. You just wish you could come out and be like, let's hand it off twice, throw a toss, and then move the chains and make them call a timeout.
Again, stay in bounds, force the Titans to take
smart
a timeout. Richard stays in as the running back.
So right now, this is going to be that's a lot of pointing by the O-lineman.
What do you see here, Tony?
Well, I thought they were going to run the ball to the right. Now he's going back left with the run.
There you go. To the left it is. Richard slipping through tackles. And he is near another first.
And the game comes down to some simple things. Got to tackle. You got to tackle. They had him wrapped up.
Back in 30 seconds after this from Nationwide. 2nd and less than a yard for Del Rio's Raiders. And they bring Lynch back into the game.
No! Blue 80 is up!
Marshon. He's able to fight off the tackle of Williamson and pick up the first.
That's the most impressive thing I've seen today, is these 2 big-time runs when they've needed him. Yeah, he's looked good. He looks fresh. You know, he looks in shape, but there's 2 times there's guys in the hole that should have the running back wrapped up if you're a normal running back. And he extends the play, gets 4, gets 2, and all of a sudden chains move. That's huge.
And another timeout called here by the Titans, left with 1. A year ago, the running back for Oakland, primary ball carrier, was Latavius Murray. They let him leave in free agency, and he's with Minnesota now. And then this whole thing worked out with Lynch after presumably being retired. You know, the word was kind of out. He would come back because he'd want to do something for Oakland.
Yeah, there's a more than likely shot that he's going to get the ball again right here. And with this front, it's more than likely going left.
Blue 80 is up!
He's wiggling and cutting back to the middle for 2.
So They got to run one more play to the 2-minute warning here. They're going to run the football. They're in great position here. You're already in field goal range. You almost don't even want to have a chance of stopping the clock or a turnover on a pass. They're going to hand it off, go down to the 2-minute, and then decide what to do on 3rd down if you love this length for the kicker or not.
No! Luardi, what's up?
It's Lynch. Runs over a defender. I mean, he knocked over the great Jarrell Casey, their best defender.
Who does that?
I mean, he steamrolled him.
Watch this right here. This great offensive line getting up. Boom! I'm back, baby. I'm beast mode.
Set us up, Tony. 3rd and 2 for the Raiders. 2 minutes to go.
You're already in field goal range. You're up 7 points. I'm running this football at the exact 3 tight end formation we had earlier. And I'm going to hand this ball off depending upon the front. Go up 10. You trust your kicker. He is a rookie, but he just nailed 2 big ones. This ball's going to Lynch.
Luardi, what's up?
Here's Lynch, right side, and jammed and pushed back. That is a play made by Morgan.
What a stand by Tennessee's defense. They had to have that right there.
And now what a pressure moment coming up for the rookie kicker, Tavecchio. Look at Morgan break through. They pushed back that line that had been dominant in this quarter. They had rushed for as many yards in this quarter as they had the first 3 quarters. And now as the clock's running, 1.5 minutes to go, Tavecchio from 43 yards out.
Sometimes you take a timeout if you're Oakland just to, you know, everyone kind of got out there late. It's like, let's just not rush this.
Del Rio slides down the sideline to be right there to call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. All right, coming up, the State Farm post-game show with James Brown, Phil Simms, Nate Burleson, Boomer Esiason, and Bill Cowell. Latest scores and highlights here from week 1 coming up on the State Farm post-game show. Now, there's one thing about having to be called on for a 52-yard field goal at the end of the half. That was pressure.
Yep.
There was a 52-yarder in the second half. But now you got a 43-yard attempt in your first game that could end it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, if he makes this, it's over. But most likely, we've seen crazy
but what's
things
he
happen.
thinking versus as far as the moment versus those other ones?
Well, this one right now, the first one was huge. It's your first kick. I'm not sure it's ever going to be as big as that, although this is right next to it. And I tell you that what he just did, I'm betting on this going right through the middle.
Giorgio Tavecchio from 43 yards out, and the kick down the middle again.
Jack Del Rio likes that. Sebastian's pretty excited.
It's got to be hard to watch, though.
Well,
you got to have the mixed feelings.
No, it's good. It's good for him. I mean, at the end of the day, if this kid kicks like this every game he plays, he's their kicker because he's cheaper. He's going to go forward. I mean, no one has the run that Janikowski had, but look at this. I mean, Tavecchio just made himself a household name, and he gets hit after the play.
Just huge.
And just calm. Yep, that's what I do, guys. I just come in here. And Del Rio's like, I just got, what a find. You know, I knew it all along,
Yeah,
guys.
never a doubt.
And Mariota in your home opener, that just, you know, you really wanted this first game, especially when you're coming out. And with all the excitement this season and the progression that he's taken from year 1 to 2, you want to see it again. He'll have another opportunity next week.
So all the stories coming in, there were so many of them, but one of them was again about Lynch coming home. Well, Tavecchio's another homegrown kid, if you will. Contra Costa County, I mean, just east of Oakland, and in Moraga, California.
And you know who else is? Their head coach.
Yeah, Hayward, 11 miles from the stadium, Jack Del Rio.
He always wanted to play for the Raiders. He said Otta came out of retirement for a year, same year that Lynch did, just to play for the town team.
Just 1:09 now for Mariota with no timeouts.
This is a tough spot because I always used to like feel like you're down 10, you have to score, and I'd be doing this, and like I have to score by 15 seconds. We can get an onside and then possibly 2 plays. And your coach sometimes tells you, hey, just be smart. Let's just, you know, in week 8, when people look back, you don't really need this extra interception on your hands. And it was kind of always hard because I'm always like, well, there's the only chance to win is to push this ball. I mean, otherwise it's over. And
well, there's enough time outside of a minute. You get down there on the other side of the 50. Who knows? Go for the quick field goal on an onside kick.
Nope. I'm not giving up here. If you score on this drive, you got to be aggressive. You can't just.
Now this is going to take time. 12 yards picked up by Murray.
Well, you only got 4 plays. That's what you're going to have if you keep the ball in bounds. Oakland's job: play the sideline, keep them in bounds. They get 4 plays. That's how many they're going to get. 16 seconds are going to go off this clock. You're going to see them snap at the 50. Yep.
And incomplete, which would, again, maybe not been worth the 16, 15 seconds for the 10 yards.
Well, it's just, like I said, you see how you almost have to stand in the pocket and take a big hit and try and throw this ball 25 yards down the field and try and move the corners to throw it on the sidelines so the clock stops. There's nothing you should do other than throw it 20 yards in the middle of the field or the sideline. That's the only thing you're trying to do here.
Lined up far to the left is Davis, who has speed, the rookie from Western Michigan. Movement on the right side with Conklin would cost him 5.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Tennessee next week will be going down to Jacksonville with the Jaguars. It appears on their way to a very convincing win down in Houston today. I'm not sure many people saw coming. 2nd and 15. Mariota steps out of it, flips it over. Now you got to get out of bounds. That's Davis. 38 seconds to go.
Here's another theory. You can get in field goal range if you can stop the clock, kick the field goal,
go for the onside
35,
kick.
Go for the onside with 10, 15 seconds and have a crack.
Have a Hail Mary.
That's your best chance. That's what they'll do if they get into that 35-yard range. 35-yard line where it gets a 52-yard range.
Open the game with an onside kick. Now they're just begging to have another chance to have an onside kick.
Yeah, those things are all going to be talked about tomorrow, and these coaches are going to put their head down and go to work, and you know that's just part of being in the NFL. You got to take chances though to win.
3rd and 2. And Davis, that's going to run this clock down. So in the area of 22 seconds.
Yeah, they're not going to snap this till 20 seconds probably, and I just don't. That's just moving the chains, but that doesn't help you win the game.
Sideline. Incomplete.
The one thing I'll tell you this, the Oakland has the 4th hardest schedule in the NFL this year. It's what happens when you have a really good season, as we know they did last year. And
coming home to take on the Jets next week.
They play, you know, their division's really good. You got the Chargers, you got the Broncos. I mean, you tell me where the layup is. The Chiefs, we saw how good they are the other night. There's no gimmies.
Now you could try the field goal.
You have to. Now you send the field goal unit out.
They bring up, Suckup is running onto the field.
Yep. Good job there by Coach Malarkey being prepared for that. And, you know, the Titans have I believe, the 2nd easiest schedule. And, you know, they're going to be okay because their division isn't quite as strong. And you said it earlier, Jacksonville beat Houston. Here we go. He needs to make this and then.
How about another 52-yarder? That seems to be the number of the day. We've already had 3 in the game. 1 by Suckup, 2 by Tavecchio. Tavecchio having made 4 overall. And this is for Suckup. His 4th attempt of the day, and that is not going to hook back. And the Raiders now can start the celebration. 1 snap, and they can start making plans to head west with a victory for the 3rd straight year here in Nashville.
Well, we saw the ascension of Derek Carr last year, and guess what? He proved today last year was no fluke. He is for real. This Raiders team is for real, and if this defense plays like this, this team has serious Super Bowl aspirations.
I'll tell you one thing that was a kind of a hidden little note about them last year, but it says a lot. They were, when Carr was up, because he didn't play week 17, of course. That was a road game they lost to Denver with McGloin at quarterback. He was 6-1 on the road last year.
The road, your quarterback has to be really good. You have to have a pretty good offensive line. Those are the two ways to win on the road. And, you know, they're going to be tough to beat this year. They're just really, really good, especially on that offensive side of the ball. You saw that offensive line. They went out there and won that game on that last drive. They said, here we go. We're running it at you, and we're going to take 5 minutes off the clock.
Carr throws for 262 yards and 2 touchdowns. There's Crabtree, who caught 6 for 83. Lynch ran for 76. Tavecchio knocked down 4 field goals, 2 of them from outside of 50. And the Raiders win at 26-16. We'll send you back to New York after this.